Starbright, the last star you'll see tonight. I am the last real stargazer, Saturn J Blues, or Blues if you're nasty. Today is the third episode of Minds Beneath Us. Let's just get right into it. Welcome to the home screen, current user, Jason Dye. What would you like to do? What I would like to do, personally, is just kind of explain what's been going on. So in the last episode, we met with our girlfriend. We explored the city, and then I explored the building. We met our boss, Evelyn Yee, who outright fired a dude for being an asshole. And then we met a bunch of lovely cast members of the show. And that's where we are right now. A lot of lore. Last episode was very, very lore heavy in terms of like where we are. We're at the farm, which is a Flop's farm. I cannot explain it. If I find the kiosk, the mascot, the ezine kiosk to explain the lore, I will. Anyway, let's get into it. So what would I like to do? Let's look at our work schedule, shall we? Your next task is consultation. Please wait for further instructions from the screening team lead. Meanwhile, you may examine candidate profiles. Okay. So first things first. Let's log out. So these are our cast. We'll talk more to them or about them. I just need to find the exit. Where's the exit? Okay, hold on. Oh, I don't think it's gonna let me leave. Hey, wait. Can I borrow you for a minute? Hate to see you want. Something on your mind? Nah, nothing really. I went over our previous conversation again and realized that I was sort of a dick. The more I think about it, the worse I feel. Can't live with myself if I don't apologize. I'm sorry. This guy's surprisingly nice? No worries, I don't mind. Thank you. Oh, I'm Lawrence Chang. A new guy, too, started here last week. You are? Name's Dye. Jason Dye. Huh, Jason Dye, huh? I'm the young one, right? I'll call you Mr. Dye then. Just Jason will do. No problem. Thanks, Jason. So what made you want to work here? For the money, of course. Because they pay well. Yeah, makes sense. You're a straightforward guy. We get along really well. Why do you work here? Me? Seems a bit shocked. For what? About that. Why so nervous? Nothing. You're full of questions, Jason. I'm just that kind of guy. I see. Say, it's nice to find a colleague as new as myself at a new job. He's trying to change the subject. Why? Trying to keep privacy could be. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. I'm sorry. Please, I don't want you to feel bad. Gotta get back to work. Bye. He's a good guy. This Lawrence. Since, Lawrence introduced himself, we can just talk to the cast. Hi, can I help you? Let's see. For screening, do we have to meet the candidates in person? We must get to know them, where they come from, what kind of environment they live in, etc., etc. These things matter as they affect their reliability and efficiency of contributors. Can't learn much without meeting candidates in person, but I already have everything I need to know in the computer? I thought I had the necessary information in my computer already. Some, not all. Those files only show one side of them. You have what they want you to know, plus data pulled from all the cyberspace by Vision's automated system. Considering the type of people we regularly deal with, slum dwellers with limited access to cyberspace, I'll be surprised if Vision could find anything helpful at all. The situation is made worse by the fact that a lot of them are illegal immigrants, wiped from the citizen registration at their hometowns, and not registered at all in one pay. So, one thing about this story, I probably just glitched. I can't see my screen. One thing I will say is that this is like cyberpunk China. I'm assuming because it has like a lot of like the surnames and like the cities and stuff like that. Like I said, there's a lot of lore that I went through in episode 2, so I would definitely recommend checking that out, or else you're gonna be lost. One thing I'll also say too is that this, right now at least, this is very like visual novel, point and click, walk simulator-ish so far, but it's actually really, really interesting. So give it a chance. Give it a chance. Give it a chance. Because so far I'm enveloped in this world. Essentially, you're looking at the compiled records of people who don't exist. Ironic, isn't it? I think he feels for them. What we lack in data and records, we make up for it through consultation. By meeting them in person, we often find out critical details not documented in the records. That's basically it. All right, anything else you want to know? You have work to... Nah, I have no more questions. Okay, so that's Tyler Shao. This is my favorite guy so far. Hello. Oh, hi. Hey, I remember you. The guy who helped me choose my soda, right? Sorry, I'm terrible with faces. Terrible blur with debts. Hey, I remember owing you $120, all right? $320. Whatever. Sending money over in a bit. Hey, you have questions for me? Okay, so this was talked about in the last episode. They keep talking about flop contribution. What does that mean? The long version or the short version? Long version. Great. I like inquisitive minds. Here it goes. This modern world is powered by all kinds of AI systems. Corporations and governments depend on them for virtually everything. This is the future. The world. This is the future we're like spiraling towards right now. It's nuts. And I hate it. Unsurprisingly, they want and need these systems to be increasingly powerful. Oh, yes, very much so. Better AI systems require better processors, with those computational power measured in millions of petaflops. In other words, punitively expensive. Flop farms were introduced to solve this very problem. Vision Corps started it all. They found that as AI replaced humans, unemployment went through the roof and human labor became cheap. Cheap. What was that? They came up with this technology that combines humans into makeshift supercomputers. Okay. So hold on. Hold on 1 second. Okay. So I made a mistake of clicking too far on accident. So let's just do this. There we go. So here's the whole story. Okay. So we were right here. Vision Corps started it all. They found that as AI replaced humans, unemployment went through the roof and labor became cheap. Yes, cheap. Oh no. Scroll, no. There we go. They came up with this technology that combines humans into makeshift supercomputers. I'm sure you can imagine the scale we're talking about. Tons of brains. Thanks to AI, we're never short of unemployed and impoverished people. Just think about it. Distributed computing applied to human brains. A vast network of organic processors. Most importantly, this setup saves huge hardware costs. The unemployed, they're willing to work for peanuts. We call these people flop contributors or juicers because, they sell brain juice for money. The business of this farm or Vision Corp as a whole is to power AI systems with flops we generate. Ask Tyler if you want to know more. He deals with juicers. Oi, language. Chill. Edie can't hear us. Okay. So that's what you guys missed. I'm sorry about that. But that's scary. Like, at least in the Matrix, it was like forced upon us, but this is people forcing it upon us. It's not machines, it's people. Chill, Eddie can't hear us. What? It's nothing. Some consider the word juicer derogatory. Goddamn juicer. Okay, I can hear it. I can completely hear how it could be derogatory. It started as a neutral word, calling a spade, brain juice sellers. But over time, this term has collected plenty of negative suggestions. Piss poor, for example. What do you think? Is it derogatory? I say the word is innocent, depending on or you intend to use it? Quentin, I'm side-eyeing you. But certainly I understand some may feel uncomfortable. Just try not to use it in public. Why, Quentin? Why wouldn't you say juicer in public, Quentin? What are you trying to tell me, Quentin? Huh? Are you one of those people? Ones that they'll be like, you know, if I say the N-word, you know, it depends on the context. That's what you're saying, Quentin? To think I'd liked you. Well, he just used it in public. It did. Oh, you idiot. You just said the word juicer yourself. Because I don't think you're one of those who mind. Oh. I presume you're not one of them. You presumed wrong. Now I know for sure. I use the word, but not in front of those who mind. Everyone is happy with that way, no? Classism? I sense implicit classism. I see you're like Edie. I'll add you to the void list, all right? I don't want you to limit your freedom of speech. That you're asking me not to say something, they're wanting me to exercise freedom of speech. All right, I'll try. This is one heck of a paradox, though. Anything else you want to know? I have no more questions. Good. Quentin, I liked you. You're lucky that... Wait, freedom of speech? This is like future Hong Kong, isn't it? Am I those? Okay, you know what? Never mind. I'm wrong. Hello. She didn't hear me? I will leave you be. Hi, hello. Sorry, I didn't hear you. Was too focused. Can I help you? What do you think of this job? About this job, huh? Hard to say. The pay is meh. Long work hours, meh. Get called back to work while I'm off work all the time. That sounds terrible. But everyone here is nice. Wayne tries to reduce my workload, telling me to offload to others. But you can't. You have to take care of everything, no? Right, Kathy can't trust people with her work. I'm not like that. Anyhow, this is it. Don't mind me, Mr. Dye. Every person is different, and you have different responsibilities. My opinion doesn't apply. Understood, thank you. Yeah, anything else I can help you with? No more questions. Oh, good. Quentin. I can't believe it. You have hurt me, Quentin. I thought you were so cool. Instead, you're one of those. Hello. Hi, can I help you? How's the vibe in the office? It's up to personal preference. I could enjoy working here myself. Everyone gets along. The manager can be demanding sometimes, but that's just the way she is. We all trust her. I'm not trying to be diplomatic, you know. What do you think so far? I like it. I mean, outside of Quentin's use of the slur juicer. Great. All right, the job benefits have improved since the new supervisor arrived. I haven't met her yet, the new supervisor from HQ, but she already done quite a few favors for us downstairs divisions. Previous supervisors only cared about upstairs, pretending we don't exist. Now we finally have an advocate. Okay, anything else you want to know? Can you give me any advice on screening candidates? No. What? Why? I said no because Miss Ye won't allow it. She wants to see how you operate of your own accord. Giving advice would affect your own judgment. How am I supposed to? Although, there's one thing I could tell you, I suppose. All candidates you will meet today are applying for short-term contributor opportunities. So there's short-term and long-term. Interesting. By short-term, I mean 1 week or two. That's really short. Nobody would volunteer if not for an urgent need of cash. That is because short-term contribution tends to have powerful side effects. After service, they will experience dizziness, confusion, or memory loss for over a month. Those who have big plans upcoming may not be best fit. Am I giving too much information? Miss Ye won't be happy if she finds out. I won't tell. Deal. Okay, anything else you want to know? No more questions for me. Now that's interesting. So there is an issue with... Okay, Quentin. Hello. Hey, you have questions for me? Yeah, what do you do here? Hardware technician in charge of fixing and servicing all the machines. Might sound like what logistics on B7 do. Similar responsibilities, different areas. They take care of the seller. The scope and the sale of work is way more than mine. Seller, what's that? I've got you too new to know what's what. The seller is the heart of the flop farm. It's It's where all the juices work. To explain what it is. Yo, he says it so smoothly. Quentin, where were you on January 6th? Where were you on January 6th, 2021? Where were you? You said that too smoothly and too easily. I'm having problems, Quentin Q. I'm having problems with you. Like, he was like, yeah, juices is derogatory. But then goes on to just says it. I can't explain something that's complicated. You'll be there for your field practice tomorrow. Find it yourself. Honestly, hardly anyone at screening ever goes to cellar. The company has strict access control after all. Anything else you want to know? I have no more questions. Good. Like, he just says juice is so oh, no. Hello, can I help you? Yeah, what do you do here? I'm an engineer. I take care of software features, requests, and service tickets from screening. Roger. Anything else I can help you with? Yeah, that's pretty straightforward. What about you, Tyler? What do you do here? Oh, I'm wondering what exactly screening is for, because not every candidate is fit for service. There are physical reasons, like the case Edith mentioned. Drug abuse may increase the risk in flop contribution. It would tell, we're not physicians. Oh shit. Hold on. What'd he say? Meaning we must be certified practice as physicians? No such thing, relax. Everyone who comes to consultation has already done professional medical examination. Our job is to find out those who have slipped through the system by whatever means. Pay attention to those who are visibly unwell or way too old. Catching the unfit is half your job. The other half is to select the most efficient contributors from all candidates. Okay, understand. That sums it up. Screening is all about eliminating the unfit and prioritizing the fittest. Miss Shea wouldn't agree with it though. Why wouldn't you agree with that? With seeing candidates as a heap of records and figures instead of holistic humans, and putting the company's interests before theirs, didn't you feel that during your interview? Must be tough being her, a humanist in a 100% data-driven age. All right, anything else you want to know? Yeah, no, I'll find that out on my own. Okay. I feel like he is he's a contributor. Hi, can I help you? Just curious, what do you do here? Consultant, like Tyler. Feel free to call me Senpai. Kidding, I'm about as new as you are. Anything else? Any advice on screening? Let me think. I say go for the younger ones. Are you sure? Mostly sure. I go by this principle and haven't failed yet. Younger means healthier, better performance as a contributor. They usually get better rating in pre-screening too. He's quite confident. Anything else? Nah, thanks, Lawrence. You're a good egg, Lawrence. You're a good egg. Ooh, lore. The bumpy road of legalizing body implants. Recently, domestic human rights groups have urged the government to liberalize the use of enhanced body implants, arguing that denying legalization infringes on the freedoms of people with disabilities. They referenced the open policy in the United States. However, an executive assembly spokesperson stated that there's no societal consensus on this issue and highlighted significant regulatory challenges due to the complexity and risk of modern implants. Instances in the US of weaponized implants have raised concerns about the safety of public spaces, making regulation difficult. Proposals to restrict implant users from public spaces have been considered too discriminatory to pass. Consequently, the debate over the legalization of body implants remains unresolved. I think if it's a disabled person that would want to get implants to better their life, I would say go for it. Because there's some people that have that locked in syndrome where like they can't move their body at all. Like imagine they could just remove their brain and put them into a better body, they'll be able to move again. Or if they don't have a working, spine or nerves, neurological stuff, I don't know about the neurological stuff. Cause like if it's nerves and things like that, it may be a Full Metal Alchemist situation where if you don't have the nerves, the automail won't work. I think that's how that went. The demise of multiculturalism in the age of AI. I fucked up that spelling. Or saying, in the AI-dominated area, artificial intelligence is woven into every aspect of our lives. But are we overlooking something crucial? As we increasingly delegate decisions to AI systems, our information sources are primarily filtered by them. Trained on vast but often skewed data, these AIs inevitably adopt biases that can marginalize, for example, regional dialects and slang due to their minimal representation in datasets. As a result, our daily habits and thought processes might gradually homogenize, shaped by AI-driven standardized perspectives we rely on, risking the loss of rich cultural nuances. Ooh, now that is something I never thought about when it comes to AI, right? Okay, hold on. I didn't think about that. So that's true. AI, like if you let me see if I could word my thought, process. Like this game is so amazing in a sense. Like from what I've seen with Cyberpunk 2077, you're basically just like moving. You're always on the move, so you don't really like. You could visually take in the world, but the lore aspect of it could be missed from what I've kind of seen. But this, it makes you kind of sit with it. Like you get a chance to like kind of let it soak in there. But it's right. Because with AI, like it will go by, the most dominated like field. Like in America, it would be, white Americans. In China, it would just be like the Chinese, Japan. Like, so if all their and more specifically, like in Japan, you have people live in like Tokyo and stuff like that. A lot of people that have like Kensai Ben, for example, it will only like all the AI, if they had one in Japan, it would focus on regular, but not like Kensai Ben. Or in the US, if I put us into there, it will take more from white America because that's the majority right now in the country, leaving, minorities, like black people like myself, Asians, Latinos, Mexican. So it'll take all of the minorities in the country. It won't take them into account for anything. And because, white Americans are the majority here in America, any AI driven would be biased towards them because it'll have a lot more of their, perspective on things. If I'm understanding that right, because I could be totally fucking wrong, but if I'm right, I never thought of that. That is such an interesting side effect of AI. That's actually really amazing. I actually really like that it's like asking that type of question. Okay, so let's get back to our desk. Is that our desk? No, this is our desk. All right, so now that we've explored our office, which took 24 minutes. All right, so our work schedule. So let's examine Eugene Dye. All right, registration, NA, likely zone 17, gender, male, okay, 49. Description, unmarried, no history of mental issues, slightly malnourished. Fitness score, 7 out of 10. Do you wish to examine more candidate profiles? Yes. Okay, so Eugene Dye, I'm on the fence about for being a contributor. Because malnourishment can, like, fuck with the brain. So, Like unmarried is good. His physical stuff is like 7 out of 10, which I would think is pretty. Like if we're doing the 5, like out of like 1 out of 10, 5 is the average. 7 would be slightly above average. Is how I would think of it. What about Yvonne Chang? Registration 1 pay. Gender female. Okay, good on the age. Unmarried. Okay, no. Because as someone that suffers through depression, I know how bad it can get. Like, I know it can get really, really fucking bad. So, no, she wouldn't be a good contributor. Not at all. Oh, but her fitness score is not, no, still wouldn't. What about Sydney Tung? All right, she's in 1 pay. She's 22. Perfect health. Fitness score 10 out of 10. All right, so she would be perfect. Absolutely perfect. Okay, so no due to malnourishment and age. No due to depression. Yes. And what about Hank? 1 page and yeah, no. It's only, no. I have what I need to do. Security clearance. You're authorized to access the following regions. Vision Flop Farm 3, Silencio, upper levels, not authorized within these regions. Tech Center, Logistics Office, Consultation Lobby. Turn to home screen. Okay. Database. Farm operation status. Farm Silencio is currently working at a capacity 84.21%. Current online contributors. Woof. That is a lot of brain power. Yes. My status. Your position is employee on probation. Probation. No. Okay. I think I'm good. Finished doing my homework. Should I ask him how much longer I have to wait? Hey, Wayno, welcome back. No more Wayno. He's the team lead now. Thanks, Kathy. I'm okay with Wayno. Take a breath, dude. Did you run up the stairs or what? I'm looking for the new guy? Yes. He's right there. Auntie assigned him to Jane's cubicle. I see. Thank you, QQ. I'll go back to work, Wayne. Sure thing. Keep up the good work. Hey, Wayno. Oh, hi. This team lead? Pretty young. My chance at screening largely depends on this guy. Gotta impress him. Hello. You okay? Totally. Let me catch my breath. Sorry I'm late. Bad timing. Caught unprepared by some work. I don't mind. Thank you. I'm glad you're a nice guy. He's quite outgoing? I was promoted to team lead not long ago. Still getting used to it. Hold on. I need another breather. Oh, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Wayne Zhang. You must be Jason? How do you feel? How are things going so far? He's excessively outgoing. Not very used to it yet. About anything in particular? The people mostly. Sorry, I'm afraid I can't do much about that. Incompatibility of personalities happens. At screening, we try to find the most common ground to foster a team rapport. I don't mean you must tolerate everyone for everything. There's a balancing point. If you have a persistent issue with it, maybe this team is not for you. When you were unnecessarily gloomy, it just means he's not quite in sync with us yet. Oh? Right, yeah, I agree. Quentin, I still have not gotten your answer on where you were January 6, 2021. That was a little too gloomy for a second, right? Was I? I was only trying to put the facts forward. The way you said it was ominous. All right, I see. Everyone back to work. Sorry, like I said, being the team lead for only this long, sometimes I have authority issues. No kidding, I don't see much authority in him. I like the vibe here. Good to know. Almost forgot. Were you surprised? I mean, applying for ops was sent to screening for field practice? Very much surprised. We're trying out this new recruitment model, and you're the very first test subject. According to Monsieur, it should streamline the employee onboarding process, having hands-on experience on both sides. Work very closely with ops. Very close? For real? Hey, QQ. They don't want to work with us. Against us, more like it. Tell you what, Jaster. Consider yourself lucky getting a job at screening. Those people at ops are... Hey, stop it. I see screening and ops don't get along too well. Right. We have conflicts of values every now and then. But let's leave it for another day. You're scheduled for field practice at ops tomorrow. I don't want to give you the wrong ideas. About Miss Ye's idea of a double field practice, I have my own guesses. I suppose she really is trying to bridge the gap between our divisions. From the company's perspective, business divisions should be insulated from each other as much as possible, but confidentiality concerns. Why is that? Hard to explain. Without any background knowledge, it could be overwhelming. You will know after working here a while. Oh, did you happen to read the profiles while waiting for me? I went through all of them. Fantastic. You're very efficient. I've gone through the profiles too. Today's consultation is going to be very easy. There's a perfect candidate with 10 out of 10 score. You know what I'm talking about. Can afford to get strong. Yeah, Sydney Tung. Bingo. You have done your homework very well. Great. Yay, one more point for me. When you're ready for consultation, find me at my desk. I'll take you to the consultation lobby. We have some time to spare. Take the opportunity to make acquaintance with everyone. They might offer something helpful for your upcoming sessions. That's it then. Okay, so first things first. Hi, Quentin. Oh, wait, Quentin. What? Why do you keep complaining about ops? Because they're not nice to us. Maybe they're like that for a reason. A reason like? I'm not so sure. They have no reason. Why do you keep taking their side? Are you one of them now? No. Bunch of selfish bastards. You don't know them. You don't even know exactly what they do. You don't have to be a pig to know a pig is a pig. The thing is, all right, Tyler's the judge. Leave me out of this, man. Is the ops team a bunch of snobby bastards? They're not very cooperative for sure, but being mean and hostile and all. I personally find it hard to like them. You guys are biased. At least try to know them better before making judgments. Kathy, I know you don't feel comfortable hearing that. But don't defend ops. They don't deserve you. You're not responsible for what they did. But she's looking at me as if asking for support. I think we should get to know them better before making judgments. Right. You're too new, Jaster. Soon you will find out there's nothing to know. But you hardly know anything about ops yourself, QQ. I do. I deal with them every now and then. Every time is a test of my patience. Try to make friends with them. Maybe you'll change your mind by then. Do I need to befriend every single douchebag before calling them a douchebag? Okay, hold on. This is the perfect screen. Hold on. Screenshot number 1. But like, Quentin, you'll just be calling people juicers. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't mean that. I see what you mean. The thing is, getting to know people takes time, and the gang of ops doesn't deserve my time. Say, why are you siding with ops, Jaster? I'm not taking sides. I just think that we need to know them better, to be fair. You think so because you haven't dealt with them much. For me and everyone else in this office, we've had enough. But honestly, they're much better paid anyway. It's not like we're doing them any real harm. QQ is just too blunt, Kathy. Fundamentally, he's right. I see that you don't feel comfortable saying bad things about ops, especially when you sometimes work with them. It's awkward to be caught in the middle of it. Somewhat, yeah. Okay, I'll put a leash on my mouth. Huh? QQ the big mouth is so quick to give in. I just don't want to upset my friend over a bunch of rotten bastards. That's good. All right, guys. It's just me overreacting. It's nothing really. Oh, is that too mean? Not exactly mean, but stinky enough. I'll apologize to her later. Can't I say crap about ops these days? Oh yeah, I know what type of man you are, Quentin. I know the type of guy you are. You're the I like to think of myself as the outlier. Like, I know what type of guy you are. I've worked with people like him. Well, like they're like, oh, I'm just telling it how it is, you know, you'll see, you'll understand. But in actuality, he's just being a douchebag. Like he's being a douchebag in and of itself. That is what he is. You're a libertarian, aren't you? Okay, no, let's keep going. Okay. Oh, this is his desk? Tokidoki Maho Shoujo figurine. A figurine of Mim the Golden Slave from the anime series Tokidoki Maho Shoujo. Okay. All right, that's her. Ah, there you are. I'm ready for consultation. Great, let's go. Finally, we could exit. Not the best time to take the elevator. This could take some waiting. Yo, Wayne, thank you for helping me out just now. Couldn't have done it myself. Missy Lau was gonna kill me if I missed the deadline. You saved my life today. Heard you're getting a newbie today. Huh? You're the newbie? Hey, we just met not long ago. Right, talked to him upon arrival. Don't think we did the proper introduction, did we? Jeff Wu, nice to meet you. You're lucky. Wayne is a nice boss. Consider yourself a lottery winner. Life won't be so easy under other night shift folks. Oh, stop it, you. Am I wrong? Ah. It's Kathy. Did Kathy just pass by? Yes. Did she happen to overhear anything I said? Definitely did. Okay, Jeff, we have serious business here. Ugh. Bye the newbie, Rain. No, I shouldn't call you Wayne anymore. Bye, lead. See you. Goodbye. Oh. Good luck dating. Ugh. Here's the elevator, let's go. Yo, there's a lot of stuff going on with Kathy right now. You're dating someone? What? Oh, that, right. There's someone I like. He's blushing. A colleague at the farm, but in another division. I've been looking for an opportunity to ask her out, but too busy. Don't have the time. Please don't tell me it's my girlfriend. Please don't tell me. Having too much work sucks. Yeah. Hey, wait. Why are we talking about this? This business to take care of. This elevator is sure taking its time. Oops, I forgot to hit the fork button. It's getting hot here. Why is it this damn thing moving? Sorry. Wow, Wayne. You know, I thought Quentin endeared me first, but no, Wayne is the one endearing me to him. The consultation lobby is this way. Just walking along. Just walking along. Can I go to the bathroom? Nah. Okay. Whoops. Oh, hi, Wayne. Cynthia Ho. Cindy, hi. Wasn't expecting to see you here. You're blushing all over, dude. Now I think I know who his crush is. Not expecting. Kiyu asked me to come over and help. Apparently the server in the lobby needs a fix again and he's too busy to do it. Consider hiring someone. Calling logistics for help isn't a solution. I'm happy enough to visit you guys every once in a while though. QQ didn't seem busy at all. Ah, he said you were looking for me? Huh? What is it? I was planning to... give him a push. He's planning to ask you out. Oh, No, he's pulling your leg. What? I didn't mean Wayne? I was planning to ask, right, to a movie this weekend. I see. Good for you. What movie? The new one by Christina Noran? Well, I've been looking forward to it. The tickets are gone in a minute, though. Wish I could watch it. Good call, Wayne. Great movie for a date. Thank you. Sorry, I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Cynthia Ho. Nice to meet you. You're... Jason Dye. New employee here for the interview today. It's assigned to field practice consultation, which should start now. Good. Good luck with everything. Thank you. You're welcome. I'm going back to my office. See you around, Jason and Wayne. See you. Goodbye. Oh, Wayne, that was your chance, man. I gave you an easy layup. What now? Wayne? Please forget what happened. You could have asked her out. I'm not so sure about that. I said I asked someone else to move. She didn't see mine. What do you think? You're overthinking it. Whew, let's go. Wayne, buddy. Buddy. Oh, wow. This is the consultation lobby where the last step of screening happens. Much bigger than I thought. Now pay attention, Jason. Today you're on field practice. Nothing intensive. Next you will have consultation sessions with 4 candidates. Select one from them as a contributor. Understand, the candidates know what they are required to do. They will start their conversation with a self-introduction. We decide who makes the best contributor based on what we learn from it. Listen carefully, ask questions, learn as much about them as possible. After all 4 sessions, go find Miss Ye and tell her your decision. Then comes the signing of the contract to seal the deal. I'll walk you through that too. Now the important part. Finding out who is not fit is the bare minimum. If you really want this job, do better than that, meaning you must find out who is the fittest. Of course you have no idea what makes one fit or unfit. This is the point of field practice, to see if you can figure things out on the fly. I will give you some hint, but never ever mention this to Miss Ye, will you? He's willing to break the rules to help me? With field practice, she wants to see how you operate on insufficient data. You may want to take everything into consideration before making the big decision. For example, instead of reporting to Miss Ye right away, you may ask colleagues who have done the consultation for additional input. Tyler, Jeff, to name a few. Of course, they may not want to help, but you never know without asking first, right? Would you like to offer some extra input, please? Testing the boundaries already. So much for hints. Now you may start your sessions. Jeff will take over your booth when all 4 are done. Jeff? The guy we met at the elevator. The guy we met just now, remember? Okay, that's it. Good luck. Time for consultation. Okay. Hold on. Boop. Another screenshot for the screenshot gods. Hello. Hello, my name is Eugene Dye. An awkward start. Ooh, it's crazy hot here. Oh, okay, hold on. Ooh. I'm back. Okay. Apparently there's no air conditioner on the other side of the glass. Can't believe I'm finally here. Sent out my application back in March last year. Didn't hear nothing from your company ever since. Thought you didn't want me. It's only out of the blue they told me to come here. Before anything, let me make this clear. I have to take care of something, family emergency. Suppose you pick me at the end of the day. I might not be available right away. Do you still think we need to keep this consultation going? Could be a problem if you're unavailable. Problem is, I'm not quite sure. Maybe or maybe not. We can go on with the consultation. Something happen if it's not too nosy to ask? Don't feel like talking about it. Right, I should go. Sorry. Wait, we could continue to have this session. It's not a problem. Okay. Where should I start? Let's start from the basics. I'm 49 years old, no wife, no kids, just Pa and myself, living outside Wanpei. Used to live in Chiayu County before the reform. Moved over here a couple of years ago. We had a little farm back there. I stayed home to work for my Pa after high school. A few years down the road, I took it over from Pa. Good old me, a business owner. After bad things were not bad. We made okay-ish money from grains. Then I tried to grow this tough grass on the farm. Can't eat it, but good for braiding. So we made it into baskets, mats, stuff, sold them in the farm store. Pa liked the idea. We made it an ongoing business. But you know how it went back then. Agricultural factories were popping up everywhere. So I've been going on and on. My bad. You have questions, don't you? Ask away. Agricultural factories? What are those? Right, you folks in the city probably don't care much about that. It's those factories growing crops and veggies inside. Don't need no farmer. Man, they were really building them those days. Hundreds of them. Nasty business. All that waste water and stinky gas. Did you do anything about it? We swallowed it, is what we did. What else? File complaints ain't gonna work. Even if we do file a complaint, there's a long waiting line. You know what? the governors must have taken their money and sided with them factories. We voted for what? For those good-for-nothing town reps to screw us over, eh? What do you say, lad? Ever seen a town rep doing a good thing? Ah, politics. Suddenly they must do something, if only to be reelected. Gus Hesse, he got elected, all right. Been a rep since I was in high school. Everyone voted for him. Everyone, myself included, never voted for anyone else. Well, you get what you asked for, but why you vote for him? Or what? Vote for the other party? He's getting agitated. When was the last time that a conversation of politics went well? Dirty, bribing, shameless weasels they are. Vote for them, huh? But you just said your own representative takes money from factories. He asked you, okay? All those campaigns cost money. The point is the other party takes more money. Wouldn't you say so? How do you know? I just know, all right? Tell you what, I know Gus is one good egg because I know him. Came to my nephew's wedding, all right? And brought some expensive gifts, too. Wouldn't you say he's solid folk? Personality has nothing to do with his integrity as a township representative. Oi, what's your problem, eh? Not great, now he's all flared up. Why'd you take their side? I'm not taking sides. You keep talking crap about our rep, don't you? That's siding with them, all right? You told me he's taking bribery, remember? So you say, admit it, you're one of them. I'm really not. This is a misunderstanding. What's the problem then? Talking crap about our rep, huh? And this conversation is going nowhere. I just wanted to point out that you're contradicting yourself. You know better than anyone that he's not a good rep, man. What else can I do, huh? Say, what if I voted for the other party? As if it's any better. Giving one of them a cheap vote only encourages it to do worse. As a voter, you have your own responsibility, which is to keep an eye on the people you voted for. And why'd I get so serious about it? This is so off subject. Although I don't think I said anything wrong. You have a point, probably. Yeah, and that's the point. Who knew this episode would get so political? No, I agree. Like voting for, you know, one side that you know is ass. That's even worse than ass, just because it's better than voting for them who may be better. It's stupid. You don't like, it doesn't matter if you think they're good. You have to look at the policy, what they're giving you, how it's going to come about. You can't just go, oh, we're going to make this good, but then have no policy. It's stupid. You have to look, you take all the cult of personality shit out and look at the core of that person. If one person is promising, hey, we don't have all the solutions, but here's what I have to do, here's a plan, here's how we're gonna implement it, and here's how much time it's gonna take, versus I have concepts of this and that and everything, and then, you know, you go, the concepts sound better. Now you're looking like an idiot because those concepts still haven't come up, and if they have come up, they're probably way worse than what you thought, or they probably have taken something away from you, and all you did with your cheap vote was cause the very pain, was continue the pain that you're already in. And keep in mind, I hate politics, but you have to, I hate politics, but you have to be logical with politics. Like, you have to look at it logically. If one side is offering something and the other side is offering nothing but a face and a personality, go with what is being, don't go with the personality, because now you're in a situation where you can't dig yourself out of because you voted for it. You voted for that. That is your cause. You did that. Truth be told, I knew Mr. Heitch is no good rep. Still, I can't vote for the other party as if I had any choice. Every man's on his own. Can't trust anybody at the end of the day. Me, every day is work, work, work. Ain't got time for politics. You ever wasting time here talking about politics? What? I mean, politicians do what they do. We nobodies have no say in it. And like, it's so weird playing this game in 2025 because there's so many people like Eugene Dye, who will vote for people that will hurt them because it's better than the other person winning. But like, you knew that he was taking bribes. You knew, like Eugene, you knew that he was taking bribes. Like, all he had was a good smile and I have concepts of a plan, and now you're out of a job. Like I said, the other party could be ass in its own ways. Like, I'll tell you right now, I vote, like in 2024, I voted. You know, I voted for blue, right? There were things I did not like about blue, but they had policies that I went, this is something that will actively help either me or my family or friends. I knew was at risk, even though I didn't like the person in terms of, like, I thought they would just be a lame duck, you know? I still like the policies that they were wanting to implement. Versus red, where all it had was just a cult of personality who could say, you know, they watched it from watching TV, they're eating animals, and you know, the cats and dogs, and now look, so many people were just like, yeah, I know he's a bad guy, but it's better than them. That, what? Worst case, they become a lame duck. Best case, they wind up helping you. It was stupid that it ever happened. But people like Eugene Dye let it happen. They used their cheap vote. That won, and now look at it. We have that same person saying, you know, not everybody needs a Christmas gift, you know, talking about pencils, bad mouthing people every day, hating women. And that's just the least of it. Like, can people like Eugene Dye even say that they were better off this year than they were last year? No. I can personally say that even though my year has been filled with ups and downs, I could say in my personal life, I could say my year was okay. But a lot of people can't say that. Outside of my personal life, things have been bad. Eugene Dye is so focused on blaming everyone else, he needs to take responsibility in what he did too. You started this awfully long talking, now you're calling it a waste of time? Just complaining for complaining's sake. Sorry, where was I again? I went too far before I knew it. My bad. It's okay. I was a bit too blunt too. I'm not gonna continue the argument. Water under the bridge, lad. Let's get back to consultation then. Anyway, the pollution got from bad to worse. Couldn't grow a thing on our farm because of the person you voted for. Like, you're actively telling me how bad it got, Eugene. Small farms like us died out pretty soon. Exactly what are happening to farms now? Farms have to get a bailout now. Did they need that last year? No. They need it this year though. What's the difference? Either sell the land to factories or just kick the bucket. You know what I'm saying, life goes on. We sold the land on the cheap and moved to Wanpei looking to start over. I was supportive and all, but you know what it's like these days, can't find no job. I ended up doing gig jobs here and there. Wanpei, huh? You city folks are a heartless bunch. Not you, lad, I mean them. Haven't seen a single kind soul. One thing I will say about Eugene Dye. One thing I will say about Eugene Dye and people like Eugene Dye is that he's still nice. He understands that he got long-winded, and even though I had a feeling that my words was like cutting through to him, and he kind of doubled back. At least it went back to being polite. You know what I mean? He didn't go out and like call me names and stuff like that. But a lot of people aren't like Eugene Dye. Honestly, at the end of the day, he's just a low information voter. He's seeing what's happening and then reacting to it. And actually, low information voter is kind of a harsh way to put it. I would say reactionary voter. You know, he's seeing how it is, it's bad, he's gonna vote. Only difference is, he's reactionary in the sense of, wait, ain't nothing gonna change. I'm just gonna, you know, I know it's bad, but I'm not gonna change. It's not gonna change anything if I vote for the other people. I'll just keep voting for who I voted for. Is there a term for that? Reactionary voter. I've seen a kind soul. Okay, that went far enough. You won't take offense when I talk about wanting to pay like that, will you? Don't mind at all. Good to know. You're a good egg, lad. Surely are. Come to think of it, maybe it's all my own fault. Good for nothing, yet always blaming others. Yo! Introspection, Eugene Dye. This is what I want from people. I want them to be introspective. Like, because sometimes all it does is take from somebody from the other side to kind of talk, to like get them, you know, to be introspective. I love that. You heard plenty about it already. I'm good for nothing, really. Can't get into college, can't keep the farm. Now can't find a job. Pa got sick after he moved to Wanpei. It's my turn to support him, but I just can't. Even so, I still believe in what Pa told me. Work hard and get paid, he used to say all the time. I know I haven't got no real job right now. Still, I'm trying hard. Sooner or later, it will pay off. So I'm giving you an earful about my Pa. He's a good man, my Pa. A great man. He's the backbone of the family. Always kept me well fed, even the hardest of times. Can't do without him now that we're talking about my life. I've said too much more than you like to know, eh? No such thing. You're awfully nice, lad. All this bad talk about wanting to pay outside the city, it's about the same, I admit. People are made heartless just to make a living. I'm not much better either. Didn't have the heart to tell you, but the truth is, Pa tried to talk me out of it time and again, alright? Still, I ended up a gangster to make a living. Did my share of dirty work and hurt more than a few people. I mean, what else can I do? You know what life is like outside your posh industrial zones. Stinky air, foul water, dead bodies here and there. Killed, starved, overdosed. I think you city folks call it the shithole. Can't blame you. It is what it is. The whole Tai district is one giant shithole full of germs and maggots. There I made money as a drug dealer. Also smuggled chemicals from factories. That lasted for about a year. Never mentioned a word to Pa. He's on the verge of tears. Okay, that's it. Sorry for trying to keep that part hidden. Looking back, I'm a terrible, terrible person. I wouldn't say so. What kind of person would you say I am then? A man who has tried. Thank you. Thank you for the kind words. I haven't seen any kindness for a very long time. And that's one thing that I want to just point out, that I'm harsh on people. I know that I can be harsh with people. I am far more harsher to people than I care to admit. Like, my mom is a pure soul. My mom is like the nicest person around. Will give you the shirt off her back. Me, I'm colder. I see things in black and white sometimes. And I have no bones admitting that. I see things in black and white. If someone's doing a bad thing, they shouldn't be rewarded for doing that bad thing. People do good thing, they should be rewarded for being a good thing. But the thing is, there's a lot of gray between the two. I've seen people that have done good things but are awful people. I've seen awful people do good things. There are so many people in the world that are rarely good and evil. And don't get me wrong, there are plenty of those. We're under the control of one right now. Someone who I don't see don't have a decent bone in their body at all. But for the normal average person, that's where all the gray comes in. I can appreciate and I can acknowledge that a lot of people that vote red are just are reactionary voters. They don't pay attention to the politics that they have. You know, they're just like, okay, things haven't been good. Maybe this guy can do better. Now, and it's why for those people that did it the very first time, US leader came into, power, I was like, we didn't know. They didn't know what it would turn into. Any person that voted for him the second and third time, though, that's where I have a lot of my dislike, because at that point you knew who that person was and you just failed. You failed the open test. That's where my dislike comes in. That's where I'm like, okay, so he's an awful person. He's not good for people. You're just in it to hurt people. But a lot of people that I've seen that are like Eugene Dye, who voted for US leader the first time, realized it was bad and then didn't do it again. That I can see. And those people I have a lot more sympathy for, because no one knew how bad it was going to get. No one knew. But with all of that said, a lot of the people that have voted red, even before US leader came into power, sometimes they were just doing what they were doing what they thought they could do to survive, I mean, sure, they just had to really do the research, but at the end of the day, they're just trying to survive. And that's all any of us can do at the end of the day, we're all born the same way, we all die the same way. It doesn't matter what side you're on or anything like that. But while I'm still alive, I do want to see better from people like Eugene Dye and beyond. There has to be something better. And I'm not saying that people that vote opposite or vote blue are good people, because a lot of them are ass. A lot of them are very much ass. They are assholes. Let me just say that right now. They are complete assholes. There are some that don't even like me voting for blue, because they're like, no, it should be, pure blue, But at the end of the day, I just want everyone to do better and be better people. And if you see people that are doing evil and wicked things in the world, stop it. Don't vote for that. Don't, indulge in that. A man has to have a code. A man has to have a line. And it feels like so many people are just, they don't care about that. It's like they're either in it for the money, they're in it for the time, or they just want to harm people. And it's so sad to me. It is actually sad to me. And it shouldn't be that way. I'm sorry. I got sidetracked too. It's just this shit gets me so angered. Yeah, there we go. It just gets me angered, because it's you just want people to be better. And I guess that's where, my Asperger's comes in. Like I said, I can only see it black or white. I just want people to do good and be good people. That's it. But it seems like this world only values people that do evil and they do harm. And that's how they're rewarded. It just makes me sad. Okay, enough introspection. I'm sorry for the politics talk. Like I said, I think having to talk to this person, Eugene Dye, just brought it all up to the surface. And people ain't they're here to play the game. They're here to watch the game. They're here to watch me play the game. So I'm sorry. Nowadays, I just keep going. I know what a loser I am. I was complaining about the world, about other people. Turns out I'm one of them too. Not any better. You know what? Pa died today. Got sicker and sicker, but I didn't have the money for medicine. Then you guys called telling me to come here. I thought, well, I got a phone call just before I came in telling me Pa's gone. Give this opportunity to someone else, maybe. Everything I did since coming to Want to Pay was to make Pa get better. Rushing from gig to gig, always looking for a real job. Now that he's gone, what's the point? Even if you sign me on, I have no use for the money anymore. Probably buy myself a ticket to the hometown. There should be some relatives working in factories. Thank you, lad, really. Being here saying it out loud makes me feel a little better. You take care. Bye. Damn. Damn. Damn, man. Damn. And this is where people, like, someone once said that, you know, empathy is a sin, right? Ugh. My hat. My hat. There we go. Someone once said that, you know, empathy is a sin. And I never agree with that. It's something that only humans can have, you know? And just going through Eugene Dye's story, despite him being, you know, my political, you know, opposite, at the end of the day, I still feel for him. And I bet there's a lot of people that won't say the same. Empathy is not a sin, and it shouldn't be treated as such. Even if it hurts you sometimes, even if it hurts like hell, because that last little bit hurt like hell to read. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, shit. Hello. Good day, sir. My legal name is Yvonne Chiang, Chiang. First name Yvonne with the E and double N. And thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. She doesn't take an expert to tell she's nervous. No, anxious is the right word. Ah, right. I brought these with me. ID, social security, and driver's license. I thought you need to see the original copies after these after this session, no? Sorry, I'm not sure, huh? That probably means there's no need? Let me start with self-introduction. I'm Yvonne Chang, 25, living with my parents, in prep school, working part-time. Our community is called Mihu, in Wanpei City, but on the outer rim. Address is number 5, Yihe, 3rd Street, 6th floor. Don't need to go that far into details. I'm from a big family, like my mother has 6 sisters and 1 brother. Oh, like my mother has 6 sisters and 1 brother. Oh, I'm in prep school because I failed the college admission exam. Now I'm giving it another try. Prep school and part-time working, yeah. The thing is, my parents can't quite afford to have me studying full-time, especially now when they have a big bill to pay. I need this opportunity to contribute some real income. But the upcoming exam is 6 weeks away. I can't make any long-term commitment. They told me flop farmers pay good money and quick, so here I am. I have done my homework, finding out what contributors need to do. I thought younger candidates had a better chance. Learns did say younger candidates are better. Yes, we do prefer younger candidates. Really great. Wow, that's perfect. Thank you. I really, really need this job. Where was I again? I'm the only child. My parents try to provide me with everything they can manage, although we're not very rich, yeah. Still, they sent me to an expensive school, doing everything to make sure I could have a decent future. And I want to make them proud by getting into a great college. But I failed 3 times in a row. This year would be my 4th try. I haven't made a single penny this whole time, and our restaurant isn't doing very well. There used to be quite a few restaurants on our street. Now we're about the last one standing. This is unfair. I mean, ramen is the best when made the traditional way, won't you say so? But these days, it's all about franchise stores doing everything with machines. Quick order, quick service, and cheaper too. Cleaning bots keep the restaurant sparkling all the time. Taking your time with traditional bowl of hand ramen is true luxury these days. It wasn't like this before. When I was a little girl, the city was full of independent shops and restaurants. Now big companies are taking over everything with their franchise stores. I guess you don't see many mom and pop stores where you live, sir. Plenty of them, in fact. Dingan is what you call a traditional community. Actually, we have quite a few of them. Wow, I'm surprised. You live in one of the traditional communities? Yep, good guess. Good for you. Plenty of nice surprises in those tiny shops. Is your community planned for elevation? I like to live in such a community for change. Ah, sorry I'm blabbering again. Anyhow, since I'm preparing for the exam, full-time jobs are out of the question. I really have to get admission this time. A great college, the exact major doesn't matter. My parents have been working so hard to pay my tuition. They believe in me, told me to focus on my studies and not worry about the money. I'm very grateful. Yet every time they meet up with my uncles and aunties, they come home meanish. They talk about how someone else's child got into a great college and ask why I can't do the same. So I can't fail again, not this time. I can't live with myself leeching off them like that. Life is tough enough for them, even without me. Showing them a college admission is the least I could do. I know it's not my place to ask, but in this case I have to, because I'm a bad daughter, a burden. I have to seize this opportunity and show them my worth. So could you please select me as a contributor? Oh my God. Oh God, no. This is the worst thing to put me in. This is the worst decision. Okay, like, you have to understand. You have to understand, this is the worst. This is the worst situation. I don't even know how. Like, I'm moving back and forth because oh God, this is the worst. This is the worst. Oh gosh. Okay. So, before my problem was, hey, you know, this guy is politically opposite of me, but he's just trying to do the best he can for his pops, right? This time it's hitting me on the home front. Let me explain. Oh God. Like, I know how it feels. Hold on, I'm gonna just scooch down. There we go. So, one of my big goals in my life is to make my mom proud of me. You know, like, I got a job because of my mom. Because I saw that she needed the help. She was always like, no, you should be, you know, you should enjoy your teens while you can. You know, because once you're an adult, you're gonna work the rest of your life. And but I saw that, you know, she was struggling, and I went in there. I was like, no, I'm going to work as hard as I can to support her. And that thought process led me to so many different careers. Somewhere I was only, you know, on the lowest of the totem pole. Somewhere I got fairly high. You know, I went from making $8 an hour to, you know, $20 an hour. And things were good. But then 2020 happened, and, you know, I was diagnosed. Well, I was diagnosed after the fact that, you know, I lost a lot of mobility with things, with my neurological issue. Oh, fuck it. Multiple sclerosis. I'm not sure if I ever said it before, but that's what I have. Multiple sclerosis. And for the past few years, like, even though I worked as hard as I could with multiple sclerosis, a lot of the, you know, adversities I faced, eventually I couldn't work anymore. Like even now doing this whole YouTube thing is hard because there are days where my body just doesn't have the power. It doesn't have the energy that it does. Some days I can't see good. I can't sit for long. I can't stand. You know, I can't look at the screen. Even now, looking at the screen like this, people won't be able to notice, but even now, the edges of my vision, they're always moving. It's like being on a boat, essentially. It's always rocking side to side, side to side. It's as wobbly as my hair is whenever I shake it. And even now, throughout all of it, my mom has done nothing but support me. She's done nothing but to help me. You know, she was the one that, you know, wanted me to do YouTube. You know, she always said I had a knack for entertaining people, and she said when my body permits it, you know, do YouTube. You never know. You could be, you know, the next big star or something like that. And I want to make her proud, you know? But if I had to go to a flop station to do something like this, and I'll be real with you, I would, without a hesitation. This is probably the exact same story that I will tell the person on the other screen. With this question included. And it's hard. Like, it's hard to, like, when you see something that hits that close to home and, like, you're seeing yourself in that image, it's hard to face that, you know? And it's even harder because we're living in a world where AI keeps trying to take things from everybody. Where traditional things that take time and is practiced by people who have put so much of themselves into that craft is just being done quicker and cheaper and worse. I could deal with, you know, feeling bad with someone politically opposite of me, but I can't deal with looking into the mirror. Yvonne Chang is like looking into a mirror, is what I'm trying to say. But even then, I don't want to promise her something that may not happen. Because I know it doesn't work like that. I understand. So as long as the session goes, would she have a chance? Definitely, you have a chance. Good, that's great. Thank you so much. Great. I'll be going then. See you. Hey Jason, how did it go? Pretty good, I think. Awesome. Me, I almost got slapped in the face on my first consultation session. What? Long story, maybe save it for another day. I mean, could you? Jeff, chatting up the newbie, huh? Yes? Oh, Mr. Lau, I wasn't expecting to see you here at this time. I go where I go. You mind your own work. I see you have nothing better to do. Come help me with some files. I'd better not, Mr. Liao. He's about to finish out. I shall wait here for my turn. Just a couple minutes. Let me take a break, will you? After the break you just took? What are you talking about? You dumped your work on Lawrence and went to take a break, am I wrong? No such thing. I totally didn't go smoking. Did I mention smoking? Ugh. I was out there helping someone out. Jason saw me leave. Ask him. Is he lying, Jason Dye? He was helping someone out, yeah. Hear that? I'm asking you again, Jason Dye. Is he lying? He's telling the truth. Okay, I trust you. Go take a break. Yay! Thanks, Jason. Thank you for saving my ass. I owe you one. Okay. I need a break. I need a break for playing this damn game. It has put me too much on my. It has put too much of myself out there. So, this has been Blues with Saturn Blues. Wow, I almost said Saturn Blues Gaming. God, I keep doing that. It's been so long since I've gone by that, since this channel has gone through that. Anyway, this has been Blues, or Saturn J Blues if you're a professional. And I'll see you among the stars. Until next time, take care.